And First Alert Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent here. Been running around getting things ready for the start of school, like I know so many of you have been too. And the weather's cooperated pretty well today. We've had some clouds, very little in the way of rainfall. In fact, behind me is a live look currently off our tower cam at Pelham Road, where we've got partly cloudy skies, and it's been staying in the 70s and 80s across the area. So hey, we'll take it. Let's take a look at just how it's going to go over the next several hours as we look at our planner through this evening. Maybe you've got some plans to be out and about. Notice that temperatures will be in the 70s as we get into the 9 o'clock hour and even into overnight, and we'll have clouds thickening up. So that means as we get into the day on Sunday, it's going to be even cloudier day, and we're going to be looking ahead to that rain chance. So let's take graphics. I'll show you exactly what we're going to be dealing with looking ahead. Mostly cloudy skies, slight chance of a shower in the morning, but the second half of the day is going to bring a little better chance, especially after 3 o'clock. But overall, clouds will be around. It'll actually be even slightly cooler than it was today. Here's a look hour by hour. Sunday morning, 7 a.m., a couple sprinkles, some clouds, and then we start to see things get a little bit more showery into the afternoon. There's 1 o'clock, so some decent coverage, not big thunderstorms, but we're going to have some light rain around, and then perhaps a few rumbles of thunder with some of those heavier cells that come in during the evening. But overall, not expecting it to be strong or severe. Then we get into Sunday evening. A lot of this is going to settle, but we're still going to be stuck with the clouds, and that means it won't be the brightest of starts, as many kids, including Greenville County, will be getting started on Monday morning. Might even have a light shower in your neighborhood, but a lot of spots will stay dry. Now, we're also keeping a close eye on the tropics, and this is something that you may have seen a lot of on social media lately. This is potentially the first system that has a decent shot at becoming a hurricane and also potentially coming close to the United States. See where the X is? That's over by Africa. So we're going to be tracking this. It's just now forming off the coast of Africa, tracking that tropical moisture as it works its way across the Atlantic. By Thursday, still a good distance away from the U.S., but it begins to intensify by Friday into Saturday. So we're talking a week from today. This storm could be moving through the Caribbean. It could be north of the Leeward Islands like you're seeing there. I want to show you what both of our long-range computer models are showing at this point. GFS model right now showing the storm that's going to be coming somewhat close to the U.S., but eventually making that curve to the north. So essentially, here's the line of the U.S. coastline there on the east coast, drawing that with the red marker there. So it would try to make that approach, but a curve north before it could. And then the brand new update of the European model came out, and it actually doesn't have very much development off of the coast. It's going to keep it a little bit more suppressed. So there's a lot of things that could change. It's going to be all about the atmosphere around this storm and how it gets steered, and a lot can kind of change about that as it moves through the Atlantic over the next week. So we are going to be watching it very closely for you. But in the next 7 days for us, not getting any tropical moisture, but we are going to have your typical late day storms coming back, and it's going to start to get hotter. Notice that highs will be back in the upper 80s by Thursday into Friday. So more normal temperatures for this time of year. But for the next couple days, expect those low 80s. So it's going to be almost an early fall feel outside with the clouds and that breeze continuing into the day on Sunday. And of course, we are going to keep you posted on the tropics as we monitor that system, because we'll have plenty of time to keep an eye on it. Typically, those kind of storms usually curve north before they can make it all the way over to the United States, but it's going to be one to watch again closely. In the mountains, we'll have scattered storms continuing through Sunday into Monday. But the widespread coverage is not going to be an issue. You're not going to have a washout any particular day. Now,